Hey, empaths, I'm here with another list of 5. So, this list is how empaths disrupt the healing process. And I'm going to actually be talking about what I view as the healing process this Saturday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, if you are interested in that, I've got a YouTube live. It's connected through my site, so I'll put the link below. And it's just like a sneak peek into Empath Energetics. This round 3 group was really kind and said it's okay if I want to invite people to come in and watch. So I've never done this before, but I just thought maybe it's a cool way. You're not really going to get to see my intuitive hot seat style approach because that really is personal and it's very direct to what people are experiencing. But, and it's intuitively led. So it really does look different every time. But this one is a teaching. And, sometimes in Empath Energetics, we have coaching and, support and guidance. And other times it's just teaching. And other times we're experiencing different things. We're going through different exercises. So we do a lot of different things there. Anyway, how empaths disrupt the healing process. So how you get in the way and how you are interrupting the flow of what is naturally attempting to take place. Because truly, healing is always attempting to take place. Your body wants you to be healed. Your mind and heart is always attempting to heal you. It's just sometimes we take the wrong approach. So let me help you. One, I'm like, yikes, this one's going to bite. Following fads and scams and quick fixes. And sometimes you don't know something's a scam. Sometimes you get into something with all good intention because some friend told you about it. And then you realize, oh, I just bought into something that feels like not what I was looking for. I understand the fear that comes up. I will sometimes have people when they join Empath Energetics be like, hey, is it going to be okay if I'm like, don't really know if it's the right thing kind of thing? And I say, yeah, if you need to cancel, then, you can cancel. What I find interesting is that often people will just see that this is more real, more genuine, and more direct than trying to follow some other path that promises some glorious thing. I try not to promise too much gloriousness here. What you get is glorious, though. The wind agrees. My goodness. Did you see that pick up? Okay. So following fads, scams, and quick fixes, or, what I also like to call BandAid approaches. I think a lot of the times I would circle through different things. I have tons of trainings, tons of different things that I find are valuable, but I don't ever believe that I thought one of those would be the key. So if you ever find yourself saying this one thing is going to be the key, I would really caution you to have some discernment and take a look at that because it's likely you're over glorifying that potential path and you might not get what you need out of it. So that's only going to waste your time and disrupt the healing process. It interrupts your flow as well because then it stops you from listening to all these other tools and techniques. So I think it's important to have a really, really big toolbox, explore anything in the healing realm that is even half interesting to you because it might even show up later on, but not think any one thing is going to be the one thing that's going to solve everything. In fact, you're the one thing that's going to resolve everything. You are that. And you can continue to make choices, seek out options, learn things. There's no shame in that. But try not to tout anything or believe anything that's saying it's just going to fix it all in one shot. And then blaming someone else. So some ways that we disrupt the healing process are acting as if others are keeping us from healing, which just simply is not true. Yeah, literally no one can get in the way of you and your healing. And so that's a beautiful thing, but also maybe frustrating if you thought that someone was interrupting and that was kind of your out for not needing to pursue it anymore. A lot of people will also blame it on being in a marriage or having kids or having responsibilities. But the truth is we can use every single life experience as an opportunity for healing. And that's why I also don't think these Band-Aids and quick fixes make sense because a lot of them actually are like pauses and take you out of your life and act as if you have healing because it takes you out of your life. What we're trying to do is find healing in your life and then expand that life to be everything that you dream of and feel that you're here to do. I'm like giggling at every one of these because I'm like, this really, this really chips away at some things. So listening to others or listening to the status quo. One way you can entirely disrupt the healing process is by acting as if there's a should, like a right way that you're supposed to do anything. There's no right way you're supposed to do anything. Everybody comes in here with different experiences and every single human lives a different life. We can live really similar, parallel, but every single human feels and experiences their life differently than every other single human. So listening to the status quo and, these societal or conditioned beliefs that are more for the collective and more for the idea of safety or entrapment or, oppression, how much heavier can you actually get? A lot heavier. It's a really, really toxic thing to just follow what you feel you're supposed to do. That's a great weight and a pressure that, if you've ever done that, that that's not comfortable to do. And if you find, that's really difficult to step out of, I hear that a lot, like, oh, you've really broken the mold. And I constantly feel challenged by it. It's actually one of the greatest challenges I have is to see how things are, how people en masse believe that things should be. And the ways that I differ from that are the ways that I'm here to fight this spiritual battle, or and love them into submission. I don't know. So listening to others disrupts the healing process because it's not your internal voice. And so it keeps you distracted. And even if you're listening to others who are seemingly giving strong suggestions of what they did to solve their own healing, it just might not be your path. Or maybe you're meant to do that plus 3 other things. And so you can really limit yourself by playing small and only paying attention to what other people are saying or what society is asking of you. Another way empaths disrupt the healing process all the time, and I see it all the time, that they ignore their intuition. It's like number one easy way to just stop your healing in its tracks is just to completely ignore your intuition and then walk another path, Your intuition is like a knowing and a feeling and a calm, certain sureness that resides in your body. And if you blatantly go against that, it's bringing you towards the opposite of what that feels like. And so what you want to do is continue to find things that give you energy, that help you feel clear, that help you feel confident or sure of yourself or calm at the very least. And, sometimes we'll then kind of circle back. Oh, I'm kicking myself. Ha, ha, ha. It's almost like no more laughing about letting go or letting yourself down from intuition. It should actually, not to bring shame into it, but it should actually kind of maybe feel, or it could feel more for us like, I don't know, think about it this way. If you chuckle about ignoring your intuition and say, oh, this always happens to me, isn't that inviting it to happen again? And wouldn't you just want to stop doing that? Isn't that actually what you want? When you're saying, oh, ha, 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 when will I learn? Like, you're actually really saying, I'm actively letting myself down and stepping in the way of what feels best for me. And I'm assuming it will probably happen again. And it just doesn't feel good to admit that. And so I'm just like not cool with that joke even. So hopefully that helps you if you're someone who says that or makes light of it. I wonder if you didn't make light of it. I wonder if you actually took it seriously, whether this would help you not do that again. And then the last way that empaths disrupt, well, not the last way, but the last way I'm going to list right now that empaths disrupt the healing process is by avoiding it. So plain and simple, if you're avoiding doing the real work, getting into your healing, self-healing, or just putting energy towards that, if you're just saying, you hope that it just happens, it's not going to just happen. Not a lot just happens. And at the same time, everything's just happening. So I think it's really important to put inspired action towards that which you care about, that which you know, and that which you love. So what's done in love is done well. When you put energy towards something, you can't fail. You can't fail at healing. Self-healing is an experimental journey and an expression of yourself and your true self. If you would love to work with me, or if you would simply love to stop avoiding your own healing path, I would encourage you to find some way of working with me. And if you're confused by all that, just book a 15-minute call. We'll have a heart-to-heart and see where you're at and what you might need. So enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. And I hope to see you this Saturday if you're wanting to come in and creep on our Empath Energetics session, Saturday, September 3rd, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you're seeing this before that time, I hope to see you there. If not, then I hope to connect to you in any other way. Okay, take care.